Ladies and gentlemen, what is up guys? I am Jade back here again from Jade's Corner, and in today's video we got a bunch of brand new images for Teen Wolf, the movie that dropped via Bleeding Cool. I'll leave their website linked in the description down below so you guys can go check out the images there. They're in full HD. You just have to click on them and they'll like appear in a different tab and you can download them for yourself if you want to, make some of these your wallpapers or whatever on your computer or your phone. But yeah, these images are out there so you guys can go click them now. These are not, some of these are I don't want to say they're super spoilerish because we've barely seen anything from the movie. Like none of this really gives away the story all that much. It's just more promotion from Paramount Plus that they decided to release. So these are all official stills released by them. They are not leaks for the movie. I'm pretty sure we're going to get leaks next week, or rather like at the end of this week, because the movie comes out next Thursday. I can't believe it comes out next Thursday. But yeah, we're gonna cover the images today. So without further ado, let's hop into the video. So the first image I want to cover here is of Scott McCall, Allison Argent, and Vince Mattis' Eli Hale. Not a lot going on in this image. Really the first image, all it really shows is just Scott standing, Allison standing, and just Eli standing in sort of like a dreamscape sort of reality. Maybe it's another illusion similar to the one from the Divine Move that the no Kitsune conjured up when Scott was with Styles, Lydia, and Kira. So yeah, that's what's going on in the first photo. In the second photo, it's more of that little burnt area we saw for the behind the scenes filming when I was covering all of the filming for the 2 months that they filmed the movie initially, last March through May. I cover this on my channel. Most of my videos are still up, but as you guys know, my channel got hacked, so some of them got deleted, but most of them are still up for you guys to go watch. So I'll leave the Teen Wolf, the movie playlist pinned right here for you guys to go check those out after this video. But it's just Jackson and Malia just standing, just looking around, kind of like the first photo, so nothing else going on here really. I'll say this is one of the more spoiler photos. We can kind of piece together what's going to happen here because we've seen a lot of this in the trailers already, and this is probably one of the scenes we've seen the most, and we got kind of a glimpse of what this scene was like behind the scenes. We know that Scott McCall is involved with this scene, Eli Hale and Coach Bobby Finstock, Orny Adams characters involved with the scene as well. And it looks like from what I'm seeing here, we see the back of obviously Crystal Reed's Allison Argent, and it's looking like Allison is going to attack Eli Hale and Scott McCall during the middle of a lacrosse game during the daytime, which is going to be a crazy scene because as we know, all of Beacon Hills knows about Supernatural, so them getting attacked in the daytime shouldn't really be a shock for anyone in Beacon Hills at this point in time. So yeah, pretty big spoilery-ish kind of scene here. Next image is probably one of my favorite ones that they released, and it's of course showing that Jeff Davis has finally listened to the fans. It's showing that Jeff Davis actually did listen to our outcries and complaints with the series, as he seems to be doing with this film. This film seems to be, to me at least, a course correction for all the mistakes he made with the TV show that he's now able to do now with a bigger budget, obviously, and learning from his past mistakes and just being a better writer all around this time. So here we see Scott McCall fighting 2 Oni by himself and absolutely destroying them. Like one is on the floor, pretty much taken out for like it's down for the count, and the other one's getting the kick of the century from Scott right here. And I love seeing stuff like this because this is one of the biggest complaints for me and other people, that they didn't really show Scott's strength all too well, Taylor Swift. But they didn't really show Scott's strength that well in the TV show, or at least they didn't portray it the way we wanted them to. I'm glad they're doing it here because I feel like this movie is gonna finally allow for the fan base to chill on Tyler Posey and Scott McCall a little bit when it comes to the actual true alpha thing. So yeah, that's cool. Next image, of course, nothing really happening, just Scott McCall looking up something. I don't know what he's looking up at. It's a cool shot though. Next shot, we get our first full body look at the no Kitsune. Of course, we see that the no Kitsune has its claws, which is cool. I think we'll get an explanation for why the no Kitsune looks physically different. It probably has something to do with Scott biting him at the end of season 3. In the season 3 finale, it probably changed him quite a bit. But the no Kitsune in this movie looks I've said this for months, ever since the summertime. It looks worlds better than it did in the actual TV show during season 3 and season 6 with the Inukate illusions. So yeah, the no Kitsune looks awesome here. I love the way it looks. I'm glad they fixed the look of it. It looks way better than it ever did in the TV show. So yeah, pretty cool here. Next shot, we don't really get anything too interesting here either. It's just Mason and Sheriff Stilinski. Of course, Mason in his deputy outfit and Sheriff Stilinski, you know, being sheriff, kind of just looking around in the same area Jackson and Malia were in, which is cool. So, but it's cool seeing Mason be a cop, man. Like that was a genuine shock when the teaser trailer came out and I saw Mason as a cop. I was like, Mason's a cop? Okay. I'm like, I like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, pretty cool, you know, image here as well. Next is another gorgeous shot of the beautiful Crystal Reed as Allison Argent, just kind of not really kneeling, but you know, on her feet, kind of bent down, just looking into the distance with her awesome costume. Like we get more of a good look at her costume here. She looks awesome, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, it's just Allison being awesome, being cool, and you know, Crystal Reed being cute. Of course, here we have Deaton, the firefighter from the official trailer that dropped in early December, and then Scott McCall, probably during the scene where the earthquake takes place, from the trailer when Scott is holding the walls back, because he looks to be wearing the same outfit kinda. So yeah, this is just, you know, more, you know, sneak peeks at that scene here. Next scene is Sheriff Stilinski kind of sitting back against what looks to be a wooden sort of, like, I can't think of the word right now, but he's sitting like on wood, like, you know what I mean. You know what the picture's trying to showcase. I can't think of the word right now. I don't know why. But yeah, he's just looking off into the distance while sitting down, which is a cool shot, I guess. Next shot is just Scott McCall, Tyler Posey, just looking in the distance, looking cool in his leather jacket. Next scene is probably the biggest spoiler scene we got with all these pictures. This scene right here showcases what I have been telling everyone and what my friends Croheezy and Hoax Productions, I'm not really sure about Croheezy, but Hoax Productions and me, better known as Hoax Talks now, but Hoax and me have been talking about this for the better part of the last, I don't know, 8 to 9 months now. But we were the first ones to say, at least publicly on YouTube, that there will be a mystery Teen Wolf the movie villain in the movie, and this, in my opinion, is him right here. We can't see a look at his face, but he kind of looks like a Darth Sidious a little bit with the little hood on his head. You can't really see his face, which is kind of cool. Wonder if Jeff got any Star Wars influence there. But yeah, this is pretty cool. He's walking into what we now know as Hikari, Liam's girlfriend's ramen shop. Whether this is in Japan or like in Beacon Hills somewhere, I don't really know, but this is pretty cool. I like that we got the first look at him, but I really think they could have saved him for the film, but it is what it is. First look at the mystery villain. We don't know who it is, but I'm pretty sure this villain will have more of a role than the Nogatsune. I'm pretty sure the Nogatsune is being manipulated by this thing. So, and maybe this thing right here, or dude, or supernatural, whatever it is, we have yet to find out, is the same person who released the Nogatsune this time as well. So yeah, for whatever reason, we'll find out next Thursday. Then the next scene we have, or pick we have here, is of Hikari, Liam, Lydia, and Jackson all discussing something. We got our first actual look at Hikari in the film for the first time, not just glimpses here and there, but like our first like full body look at Hikari, which is awesome. She looks great. Liam looks like Liam, awesome as always. Lydia, we've seen that shot. That was the outfit we saw her in, not only in the character posters we got back in November, but also all the trailers we've seen. So that looks like it's gonna be Lydia's main sort of outfit for the film. She's looking cute there. You got Jackson, can't really see his face, but we see the back of him. The next pic is of Hikari and Liam in Hikari's ramen shop, kind of looking pissed at someone. I don't know who they're looking at. It could be the person in the hood we saw previously. But yeah, Liam's looking like Liam whenever he's pissed. And then you got Hikari, of course, backing up her new man, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah, love this. You got Chris in the next pic, kind of just chilling, not really doing anything. So yeah, nothing really there to break down. Okay, we got more Liam and Hikari pics in the sheriff station. Liam kind of protecting Hikari, kind of grabbing her, kind of keeping her back. Liam seems more protective over Hikari more than he was with Hayden. At least that's the vibe I'm getting here. Maybe Liam learned a lot from Hayden and stuff, so he doesn't want to allow the same stuff to repeat with Hikari, even though it's pretty apparent by the trailers and the behind the scenes that Hikari's a Kitsune. So yeah, like that Liam's being very overprotective, because he obviously doesn't want the same thing that happened to Hayden to happen to her, which is cool. Next photo, we get Tyler Posey kind of making a weird face. You can take this in whatever context you want, but yeah, this is just a funny pic to me unintentionally. I don't know why. But yeah, it's just him making a werewolf face. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fix this in special effects if they haven't already. Obviously, the movie comes out next week, so they probably have. But yeah, cool shot of Posey as Scott. Next shot is just a picture version of what we saw in the trailer with Deaton and the firefighter at the place where the earthquake took place. Then the next photo we have is Jackson and Lydia, a continuation of what was going on at the sheriff's station. Then we have Allison, Argent, Crystal Reed, just kind of looking in the distance, looking terrified, looking at something, don't know what she's looking at. Then we have another Crystal Reed, Allison, Argent shot. This looks like the scene in the trailer where Allison is confronting Scott and Scott's trying to get her to remember who she is, because it's clear from the trailer there's kind of a Letty Fast and the Furious 6 thing going on where she has amnesia, obviously being dead for so long and coming back 15 years later. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We have another shot of Posey just staring. Nothing going on here, just another cool look at Scott. Then you have Lydia and Jackson underneath the bleachers in the daytime, obviously at the Beacon Hills High School. Then this is one of my favorite Scott and Allison shots of all time. It's Scott looking in the distance, looking like a cool, epic character, and you have Allison looking scared in the front. This is just a cool photo. I love this photo. I don't know why, I just do. And here's to Scallison hopefully getting back together, or at least they're gonna plant the seeds for them getting back together in this movie, because as y'all know, big Scallison fan. I have always defended Scallison. Scallison is, in my opinion, the best relationship Scott McCall ever had in the show. Malia was probably the second best one, and then Kira, y'all know my opinions on that. That relationship was boring, it was trash. Don't even know why Scott tolerated her for so long, but yeah, and then that, okay, so there's one more, I thought that was it. No, two more actually. So the next one is of Chris and Melissa hanging out with each other. And Chris is pointing at someone. I don't know who he's pointing at. Probably Allison, Peter, or someone else. I do not think Chris and Melissa are still together in this movie, which is unfortunate. I'm pretty sure they're probably just like best friends or something. As we know, they set up that relationship and all throughout season 6. I thought it was cool, but obviously if they're gonna try and set up Scallison, which is like all the promotion is Scott and Allison, you know, reuniting and getting back together. For the most part, they're not going to want Chris and Melissa together, because that would be kind of weird. It would make Allison Scott's stepsister. So yeah, don't want any of that weird incest stuff going on. But yeah, in the last photo here, of course, we got the best look at Malia and Lydia so far. They look stunning, especially Shelley here. Shelley looks amazing. She has the short hair again. Not as short as it was in season 5, but not as long as it was in season 6. It's kind of a middle ground between the two. I love Shelley's look. She's also, if you guys haven't noticed, she's dressing a lot more like Styles now, which is cool. So Styles definitely has more of an influence on her now than when they were a teenager. So it's kind of cool. She's dressing a lot more like Styles, just female version. And then Lydia, of course, looks gorgeous and hot as all hell as always. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the Teen Wolf the movie. Probably the final pics we're gonna get until obviously the movie comes out next week and we get a whole bunch of HD screenshots and screen caps from the film, obviously. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you guys leave a like. Also, make sure you guys comment down below all your thoughts and opinions. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, and when you do, hit that bell icon to set your notifications to all so that you never miss a future upload from me. Please, 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 please do that, because as of the last couple of weeks, a lot of you guys have been telling me you have not been getting notified on when my videos drop, and it's not really my fault or your fault. It's kind of YouTube's fault for messing with the channel a little bit, because the notification system, you know, you guys are doing what you're supposed to do, hitting the bell icon, setting it to all. It's supposed to be sending you out all my stuff, not just my community tab posts. So if you guys sometimes don't notice the videos dropping, just check every once in a while to see if I dropped a new video. I've been uploading constantly recently. So yeah, do that to never miss a future upload from me. And without further ado, my name is Jade. I'll catch you guys in the next Teen Wolf the Movie related video. Peace, and see you next time.